So first thing we got is Ruddog has come out with themselves with a dual battery charger.
Is it rebranded?
No.
Skyrc.
It looks like it to me. It looks like it's pretty much the original thing.
Because they've been coming with lots of rebranded stuff.
They do. Yes, they do. Get rid of this guy. And then we got Mr. Capo.
Ooh.
You want to spend some big money? This is the JX, I think it is. It is crazy expensive.
So, just going back, this is the only time you can say something like this. That was a good-looking tranny.
Yeah. Right?
But cool. What's that thing got, like 2-speed in it?
2-speed, 3-speed. I got to look at the notes here.
Okay.
It's just straight up sexy. I mean, I just love the thing.
Looks mean.
I want one. I've wanted one of these for years and years and years. I don't see it ever happening because the price point on them is so high. But
how many's?
Everything's metal.
Oh, look at that.
How many monies?
How many monies?
Like 20, I think around 2,500 US.
Oh, that's expensive. Look at that tranny. That is so cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And the motor mounts up inside there, right? You can see it a little bit.
Yeah, on the top side.
Yeah.
Man, nice detail in there.
I'm just going to get rid of a couple of things here that are...
Those gears are in there to opposite drive it so it doesn't have that torque twist.
Yep. Yeah.
Receiver box. That thing is just sexy.
Yeah, aluminum body and everything. I mean, if you watch RC Sparks at all, you've probably seen the old Jkmax, which was all orange. He did his all in orange. So this one's pretty cool. I'm not sure what kind of horsepower it's going to put out. I mean, you have to buy all the electronics for yourself. So
that's just for the rig, no electronics.
Yeah. Well, the Panda 124 portal is not new, so that's why we're not talking about it today. It's last week's news, man.
So last week.
And it's actually not overly available through anybody yet.
Is that a damper on the steering?
No, that is actually the steering. It works through a shaft on the top, so you don't see your servo. Runs with a cable. I believe it runs with a cable that goes off of the front back to where the steering would be, and then it's like a slider. And it looks like hydraulic power, like a hydraulic steering ram.
Oh, sick.
Very cool looking. Like the stuff that's in these is just insane. There's so much stuff in them. Everything's made out of aluminum. Everything's machined, high quality, good tolerances. I want one.
Yeah, that's sick looking.
Have to sell a kid.
Worth it. I mean, what? Sorry, children.
A kid. He's sitting here saying, how come my phone doesn't work? Because you guys are ruining my internet. Go away. Mm-hmm.
Go play with your Legos. Go draw some pictures.
And then, Chad, you'll like this. This is the HACKSLIDER Mini Z Racing Mini Servo. Tiny little guy. And it is, I'm going to throw that thing across the room if you hand it to me. Get out of here. I swear to God. And then Carisma making their little 124 scale brushless micro buggy. This is supposed to be the racing edition, so it's got a 8,000 kV brushless motor in it.
Let it rev.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fun little thing. Rip around. I mean, it's pretty similar to the Mini Z buggies and stuff that they've got out now too. So
drive around the house because you're not allowed to do anything else these days.
Torment the dogs. Probably slows down once you get the dog hair wrapped around the axles real good. So who knows? HPI. HPI is finally releasing another car. If we ever see it on the floor or on the show, like on the shelf in any store, I'll be amazed. Absolutely amazed. They're calling this is the Sport 3 Audi E-Tron Vision GT.
E-Tron.
So it's basically based off their Audi's electric car, right?
That's cool looking.
It is cool looking, but I don't know if it's ever going to go anywhere. That would make a pretty cool TC body.
We got their shaft drive.
Shaft drive. The biggest thing is the body and the custom wheels that they made to go with it. It is more sealed than most of the old ones were, so there's some different stuff on there. And then Pandora was got another little Toyota lowrider body for drifting. This, they say, will also fit on a crawler, but I don't know how something that's 257 inches overall is going to fit on a crawler. Wheelbase, they say, is 257 to 260, so that's still pretty short to put on a crawler.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It has a couple different bumper choices. It's got your actual metal bumper that goes on the back, well, Lexan, but you paint it silver, and then there's the flush ones, right? Then Pitbull tire. Everybody last week was thinking that these guys are putting out a monster truck tire. No, it's not a monster truck tire. This is just an oddball, I guess you would call it a tough truck tire. It's 2.2. It's based on a tractor tread design. And it's officially licensed Temco tire. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's alien compound, and it's 5.6 inches tall, 2.3 inches wide.
Huh.
So this guy.
Oh yeah, these guys are pretty cool. I've been watching them build.
Mammoth Works Stealth. This thing has an outrunner motor, a 300 kV outrunner motor on each wheel.
Each wheel.
All four wheels are separately controlled. You can use it in all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, traction control. It's scaled at 1/7 scale. So basically, it's about the infraction limitless size. Maximum wattage of 850 watts per wheel. It weighs 3.2 kilograms. And it's just, it's sick.
It's
it
cool.
Is so sick. Right?
I've been watching them build this for a couple of years now. Like, they've been working on this car for quite some time.
So this is, once again, another one. It's a special order. You have to go onto their site, tell them you want it. They send you a quote. You reply back yay or nay or pay the money. And then it's like a 5 to 6 week lead time.
That body is actually carbon fiber.
It is not. The first bodies are not carbon fiber.
Oh, the ones that they actually built.
Yeah, so they're Lexan now with carbon fiber stickers, and then they're coming out with more. They're going to come out with a carbon fiber body in the future. This is the new HIBERYA-M. So this is the new body style from Bittydesign, and they've now released it in the M chassis configuration, size, whatever you want to call it, wheelbase. So 210 to 225 millimeter wheelbase. Looks a lot like the Proline Europa did.
Yeah.
Same concept as to how they're getting away with the variable wheelbase is they just change where your front wheels sit. It's a big flat plate where the wheels are, right? But still, it is a really nice looking car.
Oh, yeah.
Bittydesign does a really good job of showing off their cars painted and just like, boom, makes you want one really badly when you buy one.
They also make that for the 10 scale as well. The full.
Yeah.
So you have the matching cars if you want. You got the Mini, you get the bigger one.
Yep.
There it is.
So you got your scale spec in your Mini. Boom, boom, bang. So I might have a new contender body for a certain little car that may be arriving someday on a sleigh. I like their body styles are just awesome. They've always been awesome. So
yeah,
And I found that the plastic from them works out. It comes out nicely too. Like, it's not all wavy usually. This is T-Bone Racing. So T-Bone Racing has come out with a bunch of new plastic skids for the RYFT. So this, what you're seeing here, is the front axle guard. It mounts up underneath and gives you a little bit of protection for all of your linkage and all your stuff like that.
Quit breaking servos.
I don't think, I have to take a look at mine, but I don't think you'll be able to mount this up if you have aluminum axles. But it's just your typical plastic puckboard type material that they bend and mold and cut, shape it. So they made a skid plate also for the center, which also protects the radio box a little bit.
It helps slide. I think that stuff's got the good sliding factor to it, right?
Yes, yeah. Most of their stuff slides pretty good. It's
Extra
awesome in the
greasy.
snow. Really awesome in the snow. It's just like crazy carpet type stuff, right?
Teflon, eh?
Yeah. And then they've also got a rear axle guard as well. This one's kind of different. There's a plastic piece that bolts down. So there's the bolts that come in from where the drive shaft is. They come in from the front, go in. This has extended bolts, and then there's a piece that comes down, and then the plate is attached to that. So you can kind of see it in this picture here.
Yeah. Tucked right in there.
And then there's actually a lip this way. This is another drag race chassis.
Is it actual drag race chassis, or is it
actual drag race chassis? So 1.7 Extreme VT2. Now, people were saying, "Oh no, it's for everything." But if you take a look at the suspension travel in the shocks, which is like, if maybe a 1/4 inch, which is why everybody's saying it is definitely a drag race chassis.
Definitely a speed run for sure, because that spur is so small in there.
Yeah.
So small.
Yeah.
Tim would like that. You can put like a 2-to-1, but the opposite way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, there
and
it
it's
is.
all 5 mil aluminum on the chassis.
Oh, 5 mil, eh?
The center spool is a 34 tooth spur, Mod 1, 8 millimeter bore for the pinion gear. This one. All you F1 fans. If you're an F1 fan and you want something big, you want
FG.
This is the FG F1 5th Sportsline 2-wheel drive Electro. So this thing's huge, and it is Formula One body. 5 millimeter aluminum chassis, 980 kilovolt brushless end motor with a max 160 ESC. So that's a hobby wing ESC. Ball drive, rotating parts supported by ball bearings, oil pressure shock absorbers, front and rear spoiler. Comes with the body and comes with the wheels with glued tires.
That's awesome, because they've been running the gas power ones for a while with that.
Yeah. So they're like in Europe and places where they actually have a lot more respect for RC. They actually have tracks that will handle 1/5 scale stuff. If you go on the YouTube link on this in the bottom, you'll be able to go to their website and actually see all the other 1/5 scale and large scale cars and stuff that they provide.
The cool stuff
has rally ones, they've got drift ones, they've got piles of them. This is new from Skyrc. It's called B6 Nano. There's two versions. There's the B6 Nano and there's the B6 Duo Nano. Now the B6 Nano will be available in Canada because it does not have a power supply, so it meets regulations already. Bluetooth compatible. It's kind of like the Jinsey one. It only goes up to 13 amps for charging, so it's not like crazy fast charging, but it's small, compact, everything's there, and you can control it and monitor it from your phone. So that might be a good thing when you're racing at the track or whatever and you want to see what's going on. It also has that scan app where you can scan a QR code on the battery and it automatically does the settings, right? Then XRAY released their XB4 2022 version. There is a pile of stuff that has changed in this car. Biggest thing being their new one-way bearing setup they've got, or one-way spool setup they've got going on. You have to go to XRAY's website and check out go to the link, check out this thing on their feature list, and just scroll through and look, because the stuff that they have in here is just amazing. It makes me want to get an all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive buggy so bad. So bad. So they do have, yeah, they're the carpet edition, dirt edition. And this is the part that everybody's talking about. It has a slipper, one-way clutch, all built in.
Huh.
So
Crazy.
they show all the demonstrations why it's better to have that slipper. And it's like if you land with the throttle on, the slipper will stop it, right?
It's up from stripping everything.
Yeah. So go on to X-Ray's site. You guys will be able to check the link and then check it all out. It'll be cool. This thing here, Heritage Edition. So this is RC four-wheel drive. Heritage Edition stamped steel 1.9 wheel. That is the ugliest color I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why you would make a wheel that ugly color, but they did. So there you go. And then being that it's snow season, they've also released a new, they're calling it a sand thrasher. It's very short tire. They have it mocked up on a TF2 platform, and the wheels aren't even hardly filling the wheel wells. So very small, 3.75 inch, I believe, or 3.64. It's super short. And then the matching really, really high bead, high ribbed front tire to go with it. So very sand oriented. But I think if you had the right build, you could make that one work. This is the 2.2 version of the Baja Pro X. They have released that now. They had it in a 1.9 before, which was somewhat popular. This would look really cool on a RYFT or a bomber, as they've got it in a picture here. I'm looking forward to that one because I think I'm going to put one of those set of those on my next build for a RYFT or something big. Be good for snow wheeling, I think. And that is everything new in RC for this week before Christmas, so that you guys can sit there, unwrap things from under your tree and go, oh man, why didn't I get that? Well, you didn't get that because it was released 3 days before Christmas. So that's why you didn't get it. And you're on the naughty list because you asked. And I know you guys, you're all on the naughty list.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
But what?
It's December,
mm-hmm.
and I haven't seen any new X1s coming out.
This is true.
Usually they have the X1 out second week or third week of December. That's the Formula 1 edition.
I think that they're not going to have the X1 out until mid-January at best. And I think the reason for that is because they just did their release on the X4, and they're still trying to wait for the hype on that to burn out a bit.
Or do they have to push production to make the parts that need to be replaced on that?
That could be it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could totally be it. Absolutely. Yeah, because there's I don't know, just you take a look at the Exotech F1 Ultra, right? And just the design and the new technology that's in there. Then you take a look at the X1 platform, which has basically been running the same technology and the same idea, the same concept for how many years now? 4 or 5 years?
More than that.
More than that?
Yeah.
So, they did their big change with the X4. I'm almost thinking that maybe there's
a big change coming.
Yeah, I think they're working on a big change, or they should be at least. And then I also think that with all the hype on these new rubber tires for the 12 scale platforms, that I think it's kind of opening up their eyes and going, well, wait, maybe the pan style chassis and platforms are going to come back.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see.
Yep.